So this is the model I made in 3ds Max. It has these 5 materials on it. The basic material for the entire airplane, the side material for these windows. Now in 3ds Max, this side material comes from here, and when you press on the material here, you can make a tiling. There is this tiling button right here, and here you have the offset. You can make them up, like left and right, like this. And this is for the both sides. It's the same thing. So now we're going to try to import it into Blender. We're going to go to File, Import, and it's going to be Wavefront Object, Gulfstream Max. And you have to properly import it with the materials, and it's going to look like this, right? Now, this is a little bit more difficult because the windows here are not properly shown up, and there is no button like in Max to change this immediately. So it's a little bit more difficult in Blender to correct it. So these are the materials right here. I'm actually not very good in Blender. I'm only trying to learn it because it's a free program. It's really nice. It has many functionalities, but it's a little bit not very intuitive. So for this one, we will have to go to this mold shading, and we have to go to this side material right here. And here we have right this one here, right? So in order to change this, to make it display correctly, we have to add a vector node called, what was it called? Vector mapping. So when I connect this one to this one, these things are gonna disappear, right? So in order for these windows on the side to appear again, you have to add another node called texture coordinate. And it's right here on input, right here. So we have to connect the UVs to the vector right here, and they appear back again. Okay, so let's go to scale. We're going to scale these like this. Then we have to move them down like that, and maybe move them a little bit to the left. Maybe like this. You have to really adjust it somehow, like this maybe. In the faraway corner. There you go. Okay, so after we do this, it's on the both sides the same. So the other correction we need to do is, yeah, actually there is no other correction. I think it looks good in Blender now. And I'm also going to change the origin and move it to the center like this, so we control the airplane from the center. So now it looks great. So I think this concludes the Blender problem with this airplane. And now, to save the best for last, I have a scene here in Unreal Engine, and I'm going to place the airplane here. I actually imported the airplane already without the materials. So basically, I'm going to put the airplane inside of the program. Right now it's facing upwards, and I'm going to change the scale right here to it's going to be 20 times bigger, right? Currently, this airplane has no materials. Even, I don't know, 25 times bigger. Because compared to these trees, it's not very big, but all right. So let's first import the base material, and here it is. Okay, so the base material is basically nothing. It's just a material with an image, blank white image. That's it. And then you have this parameter here, which if you want to get it, or actually several times I got it here, you have to press S, left mouse, and then you can name it whatever you want. Like, it doesn't matter. This is how I got this material. I mean, this parameter. And so this makes it more metallic. If I turn this parameter to 0, it will no longer be metallic. It will be just plain white. So I'm going to make it 0.8, like the way it was. So, and to get this, move it here and then connect it to this one. So if I, let's say I delete this one, so the material is gone now, and I connect it back, it should work, right? There you go. This is the same thing, except I added this texture coordinate node right here. This is from the palette. I have to input it in order for this to work, right? Like this. If I change this to 2, it's going to be subdivided. And if I change it to 4, there you go. I think this looks better, right? So the site one is the last one. And this is how I got the material here. It shows up in this other mode here, right? And this is because I added these nodes here in order for this to work. So something that was very easy to do in the first program, here you have to add a whole bunch of nodes for this to work. First, I have to put this material, the original one, the metallic, and then I have to add another node. When you press A and left click on the mouse, that's how you get this one. It's a append one. You have to enter here append vector here. Already put it out so many times. You know, if you don't use this for just 1-2 weeks, you already forget the whole thing, you know. So it's very easy to forget these things. And from here you control how big the windows are. If I press here 1 and apply, here they get moved. So I'm going to bring it to 0.9 again and see what happens. It's still applying. There you go. And then here I adjusted this manually. But let's say I press here 0.1 again. And it's going to be wrong again. There you go. This whole thing wouldn't work without this offset material. So if you want to do this, you have to just memorize it like this, you know. Because if I set the default value to 4 here and apply it, Uh, I guess it doesn't make a difference. I even forgot what I even used this for. But never mind. Whole point is that this whole thing works now. And can I put this line here? So, in the end, even though it's not the best model in the world, we can say it's very cool and it can be quite useful on certain occasions for rendering scenes and final sequences.